Welcome to part 1 of the 7th Halt and Kemsley Light Railway podcast. In this programme, which will be split over several parts, we will join the train at Milton Regis Asda Halt. During the journey I will update you on the 2011 season. Our arrival at Kemsley Down will be followed by the latest news from the railway, then an update from the various departments before returning to Milton Regis Asda Halt. During the journey we will have a look at Sittingbourne Viaduct Station, and once back at Milton Regis Asda Halt I will introduce you to traintalk.tv. Hello, my name's Paul Best and I'm the Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railways press officer, and I'm also your host for this programme. Sorry for the continued delay between all the programmes. I've been a bit busy. I've got hitched, been on honeymoon, and had to use this time, because I usually do the recordings first thing in the morning, for my exercise regime, which is now sorted out. So over the next few weeks I will be posting the different parts of this programme, and hopefully it will be just as enjoyable as you found it before. It's been a little while, so I've got to get used to the tools again. I'd like to thank Andy from the Apple store at Festival Place in Basingstoke for supplying me with a new computer when my last one died, and that's really helped because I am now able to continue doing the podcast. I did have a period with no computer whatsoever, which was an absolute nightmare. So thanks very much, Apple, and I will continue using your product. Anyway, let's get on with today's podcast. We'll now visit Milton Regis Asda Halt and visit the ticket office. Despite Sittingbourne Viaduct being closed, the late start to the season and reduced advertising and publicity, the railway has had a very successful year, with the ticket office at Milton Regis Asda Halt selling tickets for over 4,000 passenger journeys. This is better than last time Sittingbourne Viaduct station was closed in the 1990s. Let's board the train now for our journey to Kemsley Down. On the way we will look back at the 2011 season. The season started on the Saturday 28th of May, the second bank holiday weekend in May, with trains running every Sunday and bank holiday Saturday and Monday until the last weekend of September, with extra trains on Wednesdays in August to cater for the school holidays. Although we had hoped to return to Sittingbourne Viaduct this year, the pipeline removal works took longer than anticipated, and by the time the site was cleared, we were preparing to reopen from Milton Regis Asda Halt. Bear in mind that Milton Regis Viaduct was still awaiting deferred maintenance at this stage, and security issues at Sittingbourne Viaduct Station, which had seen much damage to the site. We'll see this on the return journey. Another issue we had was staffing. All our staff are volunteers. From a pool of around 200 members worldwide, the number of working members is around 80. Each operating day requires a driver and fireman familiar, a driver and second man for the diesel, a station master at Kemsley Down, a station master at Milton Regis Asda Halt, ticket office clerk, guard, plus someone in the shop and someone in the footplate cafe. So that's 10 minimum. We prefer to have 3 people in the footplate cafe plus assistant station masters at both ends and a travelling ticket inspector. So realistically, that's 15 people tied up with operating the railway. And these are the same people who volunteer to help out at work weekends, so you can see how vital our staff are. You cannot expect people to attend week in, week out, although there are people that do, and we're always grateful to them. The basic service was a train on the hour every hour between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m, although on bank holiday Sundays and Mondays and the last weekend of September, we ran additional services at 11 a.m. and midday. Those who follow the Twitter feed will have seen me challenge the first Wednesday of August to beat the passenger numbers of the preceding Sunday, which had been pretty high, and it did. Milton Regis Asda Halt was built before the first train and dismantled after the last train due to security risk of leaving items there. Amelia would push the first train from Kemsley Down with the bar car doubling as the booking office coach at the front. The train would continue through the platform to the former short platform to drop off the ticket office and then pull back into the long platform for the passengers. This platform isn't quite long enough, so boarding steps used when Amelia and coach 647 visited Preston near Canterbury were carried off the train and put in position, as was a bench for passengers to sit on. Plastic fencing erected at the foot crossing, and then the main gate was open. In a later podcast I would explain how train staff and ticket operation works. This is the way the single line was managed, as Milton Regis Asda Halt has no points. Steam locomotive Amelia and one of the 3 diesel locomotives took it in turns to haul passenger trains. If you caught the train from Milton Regis Asda Halt up to 2 p.m. and returned on the 2:30 or later, you were hauled by steam in both directions. Some days the diesel locos changed throughout the afternoon, so it's possible to see all 3 running. The most interesting formation of the day was the empty train back to Kemsley Down, which had the station furniture put back into it and the booking office coach pushed onto the train. This time, however, Amelia was at the front of the train on arrival, so it became sandwiched between the booking office coach and coach 647 and the rest of the train. We finished the season on the last weekend of September. I gave guided behind-the-scenes tours of the loco shed, museum sidings and carriage and wagon department, and the passengers on the last train on the Sunday were treated to an extended run over Milton Regis Viaduct to the gates at Sittingbourne Viaduct Station, the first proper public passenger train to operate over the viaduct in about 33 months.